Hey guys, so I wanted to share quickly a little tidbit of a realization that I had this morning. And that realization is that you can only receive to the degree that you feel worthy. So, why is this? Because if you think about all of the times that somebody has tried to help you or somebody has given you advice and you just were not in a place to receive that from them. And there's nothing wrong with that, but a lot of times our ability to receive comes from our own worthiness inside of ourselves. And this is why it's so important to not only be filled by the people in your life, but also be filled by yourself. Because if you're only allowing other people to fill you, your worthiness never goes up, which means you stop being able to receive at a certain level. And then you start to resent people for trying to help you because it starts to turn back on yourself like, oh, what, am I not good enough? Or is what I'm doing not good enough? Or whatever that may be for you personally. But generally, it's attached to a lot of stories that we picked up in childhood. Or that we picked up from friends, family members, whatever it might be. But really what it comes down to is your ability to receive is directly related to the worthiness that you feel upon receiving. So if you are trying to manifest things right now and they're not coming through for you, ask yourself the question, where am I blocking myself from receiving? Where do I not feel worthy of having this thing? Where do I have limiting beliefs, right? So I'll give you an example from my own relationships. Through childhood, I was raised by parents that were emotionally unavailable. And now I'm highly sensitive and empathic. So for me being raised by emotionally unavailable parents, I have, until this point in my life, chosen partners that were also emotionally unavailable. So they were hot and cold. They weren't there for me if I was having strong emotions. And that's all because I had a belief from childhood that I am not worthy of receiving love in a way that's meaningful to me or in a way that nourishes me. So I constantly chose partners that either I felt like I needed to fix, I felt like I needed to save, or that were just simply not there for me so that I could have to prove my worth. Then I got to a point in my life where I was so miserable in the partnerships that I was in that I realized that's not how it works. That's not how it should be. I should be worthy of having love. I do deserve to have a partner that supports me. And instantly, out of nowhere, my partner came. And so now what I struggle with in our relationship is consistently allowing him to give to me and being open to receiving it. This is so difficult, and this is so difficult for mostly women that were raised either with unavailable parents or that also are stuck in their masculine, right? So when we're in our masculine, we're in our giving mode. And so many women, just because of society, not like blaming or shaming or anything like that, just purely because of how we were brought up, how society is, women are meant to be in their masculine more than they probably should be. Most women aren't even in tune with their own natural flow. I wasn't for the majority of my life. I was going with the flow of everybody else around me and being pushed and pulled rather than honoring my own flow. And so what this does then is it blocks us from being actually able to receive. And when somebody tries to give to us or when we have love coming at us, we either 1, push it away, 2, deflect it, or 3, try to give it right back. Right? So instead of allowing it in, like the feminine, right, is all about allowing things in to you and being receptive. And if we're stuck in our masculine, we can't receive anything. So what ends up happening for us then is we become completely drained. we have nothing left to give. We become resentful with the people around us. We start to become judgmental that we're doing everything and they're not doing enough. But really, most of the time, it comes down to the fact that we were blocking the love from coming in. And there are people in our lives that do love us and do support us, and we're not alone. But what happens is we block the love from coming in because we don't feel worthy enough to receive it, or we just never learned how to sit in our feminine beingness and receive. And this is such an important practice to be like with yourself. And this is why earlier in this video I was talking about this idea that in order to receive from others, you have to learn how to receive from yourself. It's so important to have some sort of practice where you really just sit with yourself or receive from spirit. Where you sit in your own meditation, you sit in your own body, and you allow love, the universe love, your own love for yourself. Maybe you have a journal practice where you write everything down that you love about yourself. Because if we don't do this on a consistent basis, the love that is coming into us never reaches us, and then we're stuck outputting constantly in our masculine and withering away to nothing. And this is really important for all of us to learn, not just females. I know I spoke mostly to the feminine in this video, but this is important for everybody to learn, because you can only receive love to the degree that you love yourself. And if you don't love yourself to a higher and higher and higher degree, that love, or those manifestations that want to keep coming in for you, you keep asking for more, and you're like, where's my manifestation? Where's my this? Where's my that? And it won't come to you if you can't receive it. That's really the thing, is it's all there, like waiting for you. But if you're unable to receive it, it will never be able to come to you. So that's the realization for today. I hope you guys found this helpful. Like, comment, subscribe down below, and we'll see you next time. Big love, Serena.